Do you think we're ready to start? Let me tell you. I'm here. As some of you might remember, about a week ago, I made a Google form. I was like, hey, I wanna try coaching some people. So, why don't you guys fill this out? And I asked some questions, some important questions that I was curious about. I wanted to know what the people thought, right? And I've gone through every entry. I've done it. Okay? And I picked a few people, surprisingly. I said I was only going to pick one, but I picked a few people that I thought I could coach very well, right? They gave me some very interesting answers on their applications, right? Do not fret for if you have not been picked. It's fine. Because I'm going to try streaming all the coaching sessions that I can, right? I'm sure there'll be some that are private, just like going over, replay stuff or whatever. But, there'll probably be like a weekly thing or something where we all meet together and be like, okay, here's the deal. Here's the lesson or something, right? Because I want everybody to have this kind of as a resource. Since, not everybody can be coaching. I mean, the point of coaching is being one-on-one, right, with the person, being able to be invested in what they're doing. And, I can't follow 100 people through their OSU journey. I can follow very few people through their OSU journey, right? I don't have the time or resources. Luckily, somebody has come out of the woodworks to help me coach. You might know him. You might love him. He's as excited, if not more excited, about coaching than I am. Please welcome distinguished OSU coach, Fangzy. Woo! So Fangzy shall be coaching with me. And we have some good ideas. We just talked about the stuff. We just talked about, what some of the high level big concept ideas for coaching. I introduced him a bit to the people, right? We haven't talked to the people yet. I haven't revealed the people yet, but the point being, hopefully, even if you weren't selected, you're able to follow along and stream, or the Willy Discord is always there. I'm always there to help maybe answer some questions that you might have. And I'm hoping that you people can look at like the advice that we're giving, the lessons that we're teaching, and apply that to yourself. Be like, I see it now. Because OSU is a very frustrating game. It is. And I think I'll get into that when I go on my long lecture in a little bit, right? So, the point being, don't be upset if you weren't selected this time around for coaching, right? Because I'm giving you the resources. I'm not giving you like very specific advice, right? But there's gonna be a sheet where I'm gonna have a list of maps that the selected player, we're gonna be like, play this map or this map or this map. And if you're looking at that player and you're like, I could use some of those maps. The sheet will be available. You can download those maps. You can play them, whatever you want. It's going to be great. I have not set anything up yet with the sheet, but exclamation coaching, if you do want to get to it, for when we do have stuff on there. And I hope that you'll find this journey to be fun, because I think we have selected some very good people. So I think I will call them right now. Okay? I'll bring them on stream and we'll talk. We'll talk about coaching. I'll at least try to introduce who I decided to go with. There still is one person that hasn't responded to anything that we've said yet. So we were initially going to go with 3, but only 2 for now until that other person responds. And if they just end up not responding, we'll probably pick someone else up. So hey, maybe it's not over for you guys. And I would love to show off what we got. Okay, let me do some Discord magic over here, okay? Hello. Okay. Okay, is everyone ready? Yes. Okay. Welcome, students. Students of the Osu Academy.
Wave emoji.
So, here on call today, you have been selected for your very interesting applications. Who do I want to go over first? Let's go. Since you were first in the Twitch chat, Shattered Pixel. Player from the United States of America. Here's their profile. Rank 124k. They've only put in 265 in-game hours. Very interesting. Your application was more detailed than anybody else's. You pretty much told me your entire playstyle. You outlined like, here are some of my best plays. You talked. You gave me so much. So I could tell just from that you were super dedicated, and you're here to improve. I'm ready.
Hell yeah.
So, very nice, very nice. And our other user. Oh my god, I can't type. Is? How do I say it? Loaf us of bread?
Yeah, loafus of bread.
Loafus of bread.
Yes.
A top 200 Mania player who is now looking to get into Standard.
Yeah.
Very awesome, very awesome. So, of course, you do have some experience. You do have a background in rhythm games, as you told me. You do love rhythm games, so that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. You love Osu. Perfect. Because we want people who are going to be dedicated. Initially, I wanted people who were like brand new, completely to the game, and had never played at all or anything. But it's hard to tell that they're going to want to be coached for months, even a year or longer, right?
Yeah, it might be interesting for like scientific purposes to have somebody with like a little bit of experience in a different kind of area too, just for comparison purposes.
And I mean, we'll get into that later. So our other coach, I don't know if you've talked to him before, Fangsy.
No, they have not, but
winner of 2 Speed Cups and 1 whole test tournament.
Damn.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
You could say he's quite knowledgeable.
I'm ready to teach.
He knows the maps, as you can see. He's got many maps. Almost 0 A's. Almost. Not quite. So, what I am here to talk about is an overview, right? We don't have anything set up. We don't have like maps for you to play or anything yet. That's what we're gonna hopefully be getting in the coming days. But we want to get to know your play styles, things like that. What you're doing, maybe what you're doing wrong as well, right? You've listed your weaknesses in the application, so we know what we're looking at. But first and foremost, we want to get you in the right mindset, right? Because one of the big things is that I saw in the application, there were lots of people who had goals that were very achievable, right? Like short-term achievable. They weren't thinking like long-term, big idea sorts of things. They're like, oh, I want to hit 5 digits. That's my goal with coaching. Or, oh, I want to be able to FC a 7-star map or something like that. Even if you're, only able to FC a 3-star map right now, that's kind of a short-term goal. What I liked was, especially in Shattered Pixel's application, what he said was, I want to be the best. I want to be one of the best. That's what you got to do. You have to have the drive to improve, and that's one of the things in the game that a lot of people miss. Feel free to take notes if you want. I'm just kind of spitting words right now. Fangs, you can jump in whenever you want if if I'm losing my track or if you have anything to say.
We'll do.
but Osu is a very mental game, and you'll hear that from a lot of people. You know, a lot of top players especially will tell you, oh, you know, I thought I wasn't able to do this. It's just my mental, my brain is keeping me back from being able to do things. And from an outsider, that might sound ridiculous. Like, how is this crazy little simple game keeping you from doing things? But it's true. It's very true. Mentality plays a huge role, and especially having these big overarching goals, I think, and being like, yes, I want to become the best. That is a big thing to push you towards there, right? Because if you believe it, it will become true. You just gotta put in the practice for it, right?
No one who like, you can't reach number one if you don't believe that you can reach number one. Like, nobody who's ever reached number one has not believed that they could do it.
No one who's ever reached number one was like, oh, I probably can't do that map, you know, that one seems a little too hard for me. They're like, no, let me try this. I want to see if this is doable, you know? They had that sort of goal that they wanted to set for themselves. And Osu is a game where if you go through it normally, you know, without any coaching, without any help, it can be frustrating, right? Because you might not be improving, you might not know why you're not improving, and then you'll realize, you know, down the line, this has happened to so many players, me especially, right? I played this game, just for some background, if you don't know. I've been playing this game for 8 years almost. 8 years.
Yeah.
Or, no, over 8 years now. Oh my god, I forgot what year it is. We're going on 9. Yeah, but for the longest time, I improved, right? I was lucky. I was lucky that I kept, you know, just accidentally playing the right maps. I kept, you know, getting myself in the right positions. I didn't know what I was doing to do that, right? I thought I knew, but I obviously didn't. But years down the line, I realized everything I was doing was so inefficient. I was being terrible with my practice routines. I was like having the worst mentality ever. How did I even get to this point? But you know, you really had to play for like years to even have that realization. So our goal with coaching is to ease the burden, hopefully, you know, teach you these things earlier on so you don't have to go through our frustrations later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know if you'll be able to like fully understand the message, because it's I don't know, for something like me, it's stuff that I heard for years from other players, but like just one day, you know, in like summer 2020, it just clicked. I was like, oh, they were right. I knew exactly. I was like, man, they told me exactly what the issues were, and I just didn't understand them fully. But you know, we're hoping to get you to that point. And on that, Osu is a very interesting game. I'm sure there's other games like this, but Osu with such a it's not exactly the ranking system, but I mean the sort of like star rating progression, it really emphasizes you playing harder and harder and harder stuff. And ask like any top player, it is a game that teaches you how to learn, and you can apply that to other games. There's no, I mean, Habib has talked about this at length, right? There's a reason why so many top players, like, you know, Emrek is Radiant in Valorant, and he's, you know, whatever in CS, and he's so good at all these other games. It's because he knows how to learn how to get better at those other games. And Osu's just a very easy example of that, probably because, you know, it's a lot simpler than a 3D shooter where, you know, there might be strategies and you know, a whole 3D plane of movement going around. But Osu, first and foremost, will teach you how to improve at not just games, but like anything. So that's hopefully what we'll be able to instill in you. That's my whole big spiel. I gotta think of other things to say, so if you want to butt in, Fangsy.
You know, just everybody, like, there's a lot of things you can do in this game. Your goal doesn't have to be to get rank 1.
Mm-hmm.
You can, there's so many things you can do in Osu, whether it's just to be, you know, meet new people, farm leaderboards, you know. There's always goals that you can set yourself, you know, you just have fun, you know. There's
Exactly.
so many ways to look at the game, so I think it's a really cool part about Osu, and just, yeah.
That's great.
I'm excited to do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
You guys are
Yeah.
excited. We're
Oh.
excited. This is perfect. You know? but you actually brought up a few points that reminded me of things. Osu is a game, and you gotta have fun. If you are not having fun with what you're doing, you gotta let us know, right? Or you gotta realize that yourself, because if you're not having fun with what you're doing, imagine, you know, the perfect example is school, right? You have teachers who make the class like super fun, and you're so invested, and you're like, oh man, I'm actually like learning stuff and doing this. But what if they just got up there and it was boring, and they're like, well, today class we're gonna be talking about chemistry, right? You're not invested. It's not fun, so you're not really learning much. And the same thing, in a sense, applies to Osu. If you're not having fun, if you're getting upset, you know, like, oh, why can't I do this? Oh, why can't I do that? You know, then you're not really going to be getting anywhere. So that's really the biggest thing that we want to have. You know, you can't be over competitive in Osu. You got to make sure that, you know, this is a game to an extent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the competitive aspect in itself is fun, but if you let that take over and then take everything away from you, there's nothing left.
Exactly. The competitive aspect is what pushes most people to get really good in this game, myself included, right? I was obsessed with PP. I was obsessed with farming. I was obsessed with getting rank. And of course, you know, at some point, you have to, you know, improve in terms of skill to reach the next like tier of farm maps and get that. And I improved to the point where I was, if you don't know, about number 600 in the world. And then I kept having these like plateaus where for like a month straight I couldn't FC like any map, and it was a whole like horrible mental thing. And I was like, why am I not being competitive anymore? Why can't I do this? I'm so bad, and I wasn't having any fun, you know. And it took me to that point where I was like, the ranking system isn't everything. Why do I care? And that's a great point. I mean, you can have fun with the ranking system. Every time that I gained rank throughout my journey, I was having so much fun. You know, I was like, I finally, you know, did this map, or I finally passed this milestone for myself. But it's important to step back and realize that it's not everything, right? The ranking system is flawed. Star rating is flawed. All of these things, you know, it's fine to have them for your accomplishments, right? I'm just as proud of my 7 stars FCs, you know, as I was before. Even though, you know, star rating has changed, even though star rating's still inaccurate, right? Have your accomplishments be your accomplishments, but just realize that they're not everything. Don't tear yourself down just because you're not able to reach something that you were able to before, you know? I gotta think about what else you said.
How did you two find Osu or rhythm games? I'm interested in that.
Who do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, all right. So, wait, I need to think for a second. I guess I played rhythm games a little bit as a kid, but I never got into it that seriously. The first real like rhythm game that I got into, like that I put a lot of time into, was a mobile rhythm game called Demo, and from there you know Demo? Yeah. And from there, I found like JH Lee plays on YouTube, and I was like, "What the hell? That's so fucking cool!" You know, him doing the key mash, Full Moon Night stuff, like every
totally.
player's introduction. And then from there, I just eventually installed the game and just started playing on my own.
Sweet,
and,
so just like, yeah. Awesome.
Oh,
Through the
okay.
internet. So
Yeah.
as well.
So the question's like, when we first get into like OS or something?
I don't know, just like, how'd you find out about the game? Just wanna know more. It's interesting.
I found the game back in like 2016, but I didn't make an account originally. I just like played for a little bit, then I stopped. Then like 2.5, 3 years later, I played it again during Christmas of 2018, and I just like started playing all the modes and stuff, and it was like, I like Mania. Now I'm washed at Mania, so I'm now playing Standard.
Nice.
So many Mania gamers, man.
God, is that the real Brain Slugs?
That is the real Brain Slugs. You know, he's been following my Twitch ever since I started playing Osu.
Man, I saw you on the
story.
leaderboards back in 2014, alright?
Dude,
That guy was an inspiration to me.
When he was #1 Canada, he randomly spectated me, and he found my Twitch stream, and he's been following me ever since.
Big respect.
He's awesome.
That's cool.
He has score posts on YouTube sometime. You gotta check it out.
How
Every
did you
time he gets a new
find?
number one?
How did you find Osu, Willie? I actually don't know.
Here's how I found Osu. You ready? So my friend, this is a great story. My friend Karu, we used to play Minecraft together. Because that's what I love to do, right? And he kept
That's what
playing
everybody
this
did back then,
this
too.
this weird game, and he kept telling everyone about it. I was like, I don't care about anime games. I really don't want to watch any anime games. I forget what happened, but one day he convinced me to download it. I was like, oh, okay, and I was addicted instantly, and I have not stopped since. Even though he barely plays the game, he comes by my Twitch chat sometimes, and now he's a professional Fortnite player.
Yo.
The guy that we used to play Minecraft with, he killed Ninja. In
Yo!
in
Oh
an
my
event.
god mode.
True story.
Oh, he killed Fortnite Ninja?
That's my best lore. He has a video of it on his YouTube. That's how I got in. And he showed me. Here's the best part. He told me about the top players at the time. I was so interested. I was like, oh my god, this Cookie Z guy, he's so legendary. And then a few days later, he got banned.
Oh right, you were 2013 joined.
And he showed me like
Yeah.
all the old Bubbleful videos, and that's how I oh man, I joined at the perfect time for me. I could not be the same person if I didn't join at the same time.
Yeah. I think that's a cool thing about Osu is like you can go back to a map that was like ranked a long time ago, and all the scores are still there. I think no other game keeps records like Osu does. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
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 Sorry, people wanted the video of him killing Ninja.
I'm gonna watch this right now, bro.
It's so good. It's so good. So, I mean, do you have any questions for us? Since, I mean, we're pretty experienced Osu players. I mean, between me and Fangzy, we probably have, like, I'd say 8,000 hours.
Yeah.
Dude, it's way more for me at least.
It's way more because I hate this and I love this. Osu actually counts, like, real hours on, like, Steam. Because I always want to compare it to Steam games, but then I'm like, oh wait, Steam counts when you're like AFK, you know, or in a menu or something. Osu only counts in-game, like in-map hours.
Yeah, I wish it showed both.
I wish,
actually kinda
I wish
important
Steam
because-
just tracked hours normally.
Because there's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
But I guess
probably
there's no real way
five
for them
digit
to do
hours
that.
for me.
My play history would be, or my total hours in Osu would be a lot higher. Like, well, they only added the ability to see, like, they only tracked unranked hours recently, and then they still don't
Right,
track unsubmitted
yeah.
maps, which is
Oh,
like a
that's
huge thing.
true.
And then
Yeah,
DT
so-
had that issue as well.
Wait,
where
really?
Yeah. When they first added hours, DT counted for way too much because
They
it
counted for
was-
the full map length instead
Yeah.
of 1.5 of it.
It was very
So-
funny.
That's actually so
Yeah.
funny.
So actually, every
wonder.
I think it's like every user before 2015, their hours before then is only estimated. It's like not their actual hours. It's just
Oh,
like a
yeah,
guesstimation of like where they were.
Huh.
So
And questions. Okay, wait. So about the coaching, what do you guys expect from us? I think is my main question. Like, how much effort, how much time would you ideally want, or do you expect from both of us?
I think it depends, right? Because Osu is a very interesting thing, right? On the forum, I wanted to make sure that the people were like, yeah, I'm willing to put in so many hours to this game. But, you know, that's not the case. Sometimes, especially as I found out recently, it can be more effective to not play the game than to play the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So hopefully we're going to get you to the point where you know, like when you're at that limit, when you're like, okay, it's okay for me to take a break. I should really just step back from the game for a little bit, right? So you can use that off time if you want, you know, in some other ways, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be like super intensive. It would hopefully line up with about the same amount of hours that you're putting in now. Maybe,
Okay.
you know, like 5 more per week or something at
Yeah.
max.
Yeah.
All right, great, thank you.
But hopefully it would be less. Here's my fun story, right? I used to play, this is one of the things that probably led to one of my big burnouts, is I was playing the game like every single day for 2 hours, and I would not take a break because I was afraid, you know, oh, if I take a 1 or 2 day break, I'm gonna lose all that skill. It's gonna go away. And you know, I think partially mentally because I believe that it happens, but I feel like that's still kind of a real thing. But you know, I get a little
I think
bit rusted.
everyone's different, but there's some similarities.
Yeah.
At some
everything.
point, I think after I had my big like, oh, I've been doing everything wrong realization, I started playing Osu every other day, and only for like a couple hours. So I effectively cut like my Osu time in half, pretty much. And I was playing just as well, if not better. I was setting some of my best scores ever at that time, actually. And now I'm playing like once every like 3 days. So I'm really pushing it, but I'm still doing just fine. So, you know, it's test the waters, see what you're comfortable with, because of course there's some days where, I mean, this is the biggest problem for me right now is since I stream, right, and I have like stuff to do, I try and schedule around this and be like, okay, this day I'm okay for playing Osu for this long, and you know, this other day I'll be okay for playing Osu, but on the days that I have off is when I have like my biggest inspiration. I'm like, oh, I really want to play right now. And then the days that I do, you know, have it scheduled, I'm like, I don't really want to play. That's my
actually
biggest problem right now.
That's so true though. Like taking a step back a little bit kind of lets you appreciate. It lets you get your motivation fired up again. It's like, oh, I want to play the game. I want to play the game. And if you just hold it off, for me personally, I think it helps a little bit.
It's true. So
Yeah,
hopefully
it's easy to-
you
easy to
guys
tunnel.
will have the motivation to keep going as much as you need or as much as you want, right? Because we, as soon as you're like, oh, this isn't fun anymore, that's why I say just get off the game, right? Let that motivation come back. Let yourself feel it again. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
So true.
Okay. Lime says just switch the days. It's not about the days. It's about my brain. I'm like, when I'm not playing, I'm just like, oh, I want to play so bad. But then once I have like something scheduled, I'm like, I have to play that day. Then it's like, oh, I have to do it. I don't want to, you know? He doesn't know. He doesn't get it. So I mean, that's pretty much the lineup. Should we? I mean, we could start like looking at you guys' plays, you know, profiles, get a little feel right now for what we're
I think
going
that'd be
with.
fine to do personally.
Okay. We can start with a Shuttered Pixel. I mean, if you guys want to send me any videos or like replays, just send that in the Discord, and we can.
All right, sure.
I'll show it
Alright.
on screen. I'll share my screen so Fangsy and I can watch.
So we're doing profile reviews right now. We're
Yeah, kind of. You know what? That might actually help.
Basically,
Is just doing like a straight profile review. So I will start.
I'll send the link real quick.
I will
Just learn more about you guys. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
We're here to just follow you.
Because that's
you
the
on your
thing
journey.
about coaching, right? Is we gotta know who we're coaching. We gotta know what's up.
everybody's special and everybody's different.
I'm prepared for this. So, CBT. Let's see. Let's see what we notice. I mean, we brought up the hours, right? 265 hours. I'd say that's about on par for about a year of playing. So I don't know if this is scattered around different times. This is so cool because I can actually like talk to the person right now, instantly. You're
Wow.
right there. Wow.
Yeah, for a couple months my PC was like broken, so I wasn't able to play for that
That's
while.
unfortunate. But you're back.
But that was like in
You're here. You're ready.
January 2021, maybe.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So, I mean, you've been gaining lots of rank. You've been doing lots of stuff. I mean, your rank roughly tells us, right, the kind of skill range that you're in. Hopefully. Right?
Yeah.
So hit accuracy, a little bit below average, right? We got the 93, 94. You know, I usually say like 97 is about average. So I think finger control is something to look into
Right.
as a practice sort of skill set. Let's see. Hits per play 174. That's average. So, you know, you're doing just fine. Make sure that you're playing maps all the way through, not quitting out. Those are the big advices, right? Which I will hopefully drill into you because those practice habits, very good. Very good for improvement. I mean, if you look at the best people who have improved the fastest. Max combo 1430. Do you know what map it is?
Yeah, I'll send it right now. It's Hades the Rise,
Oh.
Insane Gift.
Banger. Banger alert.
Did
It is
the
a
older
good
map
song.
set?
Imagine if it was the Lol Cubes one.
It's a classic map. Good song.
Such a good song.
Yeah, that's the
Love
map
those
I
songs.
got
Oh,
it on.
the extra div? Oh wait,
Oh,
no,
it's
the
the-
insane.
Dallas map set. That's
Oh wait,
said
I
the-
was on the wrong diff. Insane.
Yeah, yeah, it's on the insane. You like the extra? I was like, whoa. Okay. So I mean, this is a bit
99%
faster too.
FC. One of my
Solid,
best
solid.
forward.
So hopefully you are playing some maps, you know, that are getting into this 4 minute mark. One of the biggest things that we want to look at is a lot of the people aren't so patient with playing maps, and patience is a huge skill in Osu. I mean, I gave Fangsy the anecdote earlier that when I started playing the game, I wanted to farm achievements, and someone told me how to get a non-stop dancer. I was like, oh, you have to play Paramax, but the map was too hard for me, no mod at the time, and if you don't know, that's a 37-minute long map. I was like, I want to
Yeah.
play through it. You have to play through it without pausing. So
Oh, wow.
I simply played it with halftime to do it. And I think that's what helped me develop patience so early on. I'm not telling you to go play Paramax with halftime right now. Please don't. That is like the masochist route. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
you gotta be so motivated that it really doesn't matter like what kind of map that you're playing. I mean, it makes sense if you don't have time for that. I'm not gonna make you play like a 20-minute map unless I want you to.
I'm ready for the challenge.
I'm
if
ready.
you-
I'm ready.
There, so
So, lots of A ranks, a lot more A ranks than you have S's or SS's. There are some hidden plays, which is interesting, very nice. So, tell me about these A ranks. Are they mostly going to be chokes in terms of like misses and slider breaks, or are they going to be like FCs with lower accuracy, or a mix of the two?
it's about 50-50
Hmm.
between those.
Okay. So I mean,
Like my second top play is an A rank FC. So
have you tried going back and like fixing the accuracy on some of them before?
yeah, on a couple of them, especially my C and D ranks and stuff on
True.
like top the chip stream, which I accidentally re-choked, and it's down to a C from an A.
See, now that's one of the ones that would be like you're at the point where you don't need to care about a map like that. That map is even though the star rating might not tell you it, I'd say that's like out of range, especially when your
Yeah.
finger control on most normal maps is lower to the
I
sense
just
you
got-
don't really want to play something that hard. You know, it's fine to
I
pass.
just
It's
got
fine to do it for fun.
Really
right? But-
lucky double tapping it.
That's my thing. Coolest pass. Oh hey, 8 stars. Video. The Unforgiving. Double time.
It's a pretty cool video.
It's a pretty cool pass. You wanna know when it was her double time? Interesting.
I respect the skin that you use a lot. Pretty based.
Thank you.
Oh, skin would be such a good thing to get into. I was thinking about this a lot last night because I couldn't sleep and I was like, oh my god, I gotta do coaching. But I was, if you guys want like a resource, I mean, we know how to make skins. We could like get elements for you. You could like try out different stuff, see what works, because skin is preference, right? But you know,
Yeah.
you might not know the elements that work the most for you. I mean, if you're comfy on default skin, perfect. You don't need to change anything, right? But we would love to try making skins for you to try and help that out, you know? See if there's something
Yeah.
that you might be able to read easier, you know, or oh, the follow points, I wish they move faster. So if there's anything that you want, like,
We
just
just teach you guys how to make skins. Too.
that's true. That's actually a useful skill as well.
The most I've
That apparently
like,
new players
It's not
don't know how
that
to do.
hard. It's pretty easy to do.
I'm about to go on my
Yes,
skin
you
maker
might-
rant. That skins nowadays are all just like 50 megabyte skins that have 4,000 frame back buttons. I don't know why they do that.
I actually do have to delete those because they lag my computer. It's pretty insane.
There was a good theory the other day in chat. I don't know who said it, but they said that everybody downloads like all these 50 megabyte, skins with all these animated elements, and then they're the people who are complaining to Peppy like, oh yeah, Osu won't run on my computer in 2021, which kind of makes sense. I believe that theory.
Yeah, I just like skins like that. I prefer minimalist, clean ones that are just simple and just don't have a bunch of extra stuff.
I actively try to make my skins as small as possible. In fact, there was a skin project that I was doing where I tried to keep the skin under like 3 megabytes. And it looked really good. It looked like an actual good skin too. I was so proud.
That is impressive.
Willie, I think Shure's skin, YK Carrot, I think his skin has like 20 files in it. I'm like fairly certain. It's insane.
The skin I use right now is like a Mania skin, but I just use it for standard because I'm too lazy to
Well,
change the skin between modes.
we can help you make skins. Especially if I think it'll help, especially if you're able to spot elements. What I mean by that is like look at other people's skin and be like, oh, I like that hit circle overlay. But unless you've skinned before and know like what each of the elements is and can like envision them in a skin, it's kind of hard because people just look at the circles and they're like, oh, I want that circle. But that's there's 3 different files, or I guess 4 technically, that go into the circle: the approach circle, hit circle overlay, hit circle, and then the default number. So you could be talking about any of those. But skinning is all about playing around.
Yeah. I just like changed the cursor, but it still has like the default cursor trail, I think. Or
It does.
like
I can
that.
see it. It's right there. Yeah. So I mean, we can fix that stuff up for you. It's perfect.
All right.
We're here to make stuff that works. We're here to make you go God mode, and then you can post your God mode clips on YouTube.
Yes, and get a trillion.
I've
likes
already
on
done
Twitter.
that.
Teach everyone how to. Is it true though that like new players don't know how to skin now? Because I feel like that was one of the first things I did in the game. I was like, oh, I want to make Osu look different, so I just looked up like skinning on the wiki. Or no, I didn't even do that. I just downloaded someone's skins and I looked at the files and I was like, oh, let me try changing them.
I mean, I think a lot of people.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was just gonna say, I think changing my combo burst was one of the first things I did once I installed the game. I was like, yeah, I want this anime girl to be my combo burst. Get the default out of here.
Exactly.
That's so fun.
I think a lot of people know how to just mix and match skins.
Yeah,
but
and
actually
mixing is fine.
making them
Exactly. I mean, just copy pasting elements in other skins. That's perfect as long as you know what elements you want. And you might see a skin that you've never seen before and be like, oh, that's such a good element. I would love to use that. It's not even necessarily about how the skin looks, right? I don't care if a skin looks ugly. If it plays well, it plays well. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see this. What is this screenshot? Image material. Okay. Disciple of Willie, of course. You'd love to see that. Recently
Just
featured on
added it.
Oregon 2021 recap.
Oh, that's how
What? Okay.
I love the player compilation videos.
Okay,
They're
respect
always
for
fun to
identity part
be a part
4.
of.
Yo, nice. That's actually pretty.
So I mean, it looks like you have speed. It's really just control that's holding you back.
Yeah, that's one of my not so good skills right now.
Plays really
But
good.
I'm trying to
actually.
fix it.
We'll play.
Maybe if you like the default stuff, a skin that I might suggest is KTGster's skin. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah,
It's like a
No, I
modified
haven't.
default.
It's just a modified default.
It is.
All right, I'll check it out. Check it out.
KTGster. Let me see if I can find it. But I think, especially when you're getting into finger control, having more like clacky sort of hit sounds to give you like immediate feedback rather than the kind of soft sort of ones, if that even makes
Yeah.
sense. Something
I-
where you can
Sounds
hear more
actually.
clearly like how you're hitting. And that's exactly what KTGster has. I don't think he uploads any videos on YouTube though.
I'll check his profile. Maybe you like the skin there.
I'm
Should
sure
be
he
on his
does.
profile.
Probably. Here, let's keep going. Let's
Yep,
keep
there we
looking.
go.
Hey, yeah, try that out. See how you feel on that. So let's look at your top plays. As we all know, not always your best plays, right? We're not here to judge you with what farm maps you have in your top plays. We're here to see what's going on. Gecko, Gecko, 92% FC. My eyes pop out of my head. Awooga. God, dude, I love Gecko. So yeah, I mean, definitely lots
Such
of
a banger.
speedier maps, right? But just not necessarily having the control. Not just A's here, but B's, right? You know, that's not necessarily what we normally want to see. I would assume it's probably maybe even a mixture of finger control and reading that might be lacking. Or some
Maybe.
patterns. Because right, whenever you're not able to read a pattern, you might just mash it and you might get, you know, whatever. And
If I know
would
I
not blame
can't
you on
like
Rainbow
get a
Time.
pattern, I'll just like scream it.
True. So hopefully we'll be able to break some of those bad habits. Rog, you love to see the Rog one miss in here.
Hell yeah.
Yes. So I mean, I think one of the other weaker skill sets, just looking at what I see so far, might be aim. But I don't know, because you do have some like pretty solid aim scores. Like I mean, you got this, you got where'd the other one go? Oh, Princess of the Night is a banger. It's always good aim, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Forehead Drawn in chat says it exactly. If you had my AC, you'd be 40k. I mean, it's really, the finger control is definitely the massive thing that we're looking at. That's holding back, right?
All right.
Yeah. So, I think a lot of this stuff, it looks like you're just trying to go fast, as fast as you can, which, you know, fine. But I mean, I think you've proven to the point that you're speedy, right? But what is speed without control? I see it's
Yes.
because I see all of these, you know, it looks like, oh man, you're trying to go faster and faster and faster. You know, I see 210 BPM. I see even beyond that. Look at this. Look at this. This is like 257 BPM or something.
Oh wait, there's a rank map of New Love? What the hell? Wait, I gotta download that.
It's a really fun map.
Dick.
Okay. I'm getting confirmation. Hold on. We're getting words. All right.
No, play count isn't different between modes anymore. I forgot.
Yeah.
What? Oh.
Wait, is it? What?
Oh,
Not anymore.
What the-
Changed
wait,
it
not
recently.
anymore.
Oh, the
no.
play count graph?
Oh yeah, no. The play count graph isn't
Yeah, the
different
graph.
at all.
Used to be, though.
Between modes, you can see that. Yeah, it used to be. It's so weird now because I'm getting tons of plays even though I'm playing Mania instead.
Huh.
And I'm like, oh.
Funny.
Yeah,
That's
this
weird.
is like
I don't know why they changed that. That's kind of reducing the amount of information available.
Yeah.
January is gonna be like my most played month ever if I keep playing Mania.
Oh, damn.
That's
You have such
funny.
a consistent play graph. That's actually so impressive. I have lots of spots where I just go to basically 0, but yours is like consistently above 1,000
Yeah,
every month.
I'm always
Oh
playing.
my
Oh.
god.
except March 2020. This is when I realized I can start playing less. I'm like, oh, I don't have to play this.
Yeah.
The duality of man.
Sorry, I'm making huge moves right now.
No apologies necessary.
Okay. Lots of DT. There are some hiddens, like we said before, and you know, hidden is a useful skill set because it can teach you the proper way to actually read maps, which I read things the wrong way, so don't do what I do.
The proper way being like to
The proper
to-
way being observe the fade in and fade out of notes, like when they appear on the screen, rather than reading the approach.
I mean, I don't know
circle
if proper is the right word. I think it's
Oh,
just
okay, I
it's just a different it's a different way of reading.
It's a
you know,
different way,
it's like-
but it's it's so much better
I would personally
because you can do
say
it both on
hidden-
no mod and hidden.
I would say hidden is a preference mod of like how you prefer to play the game,
Mhm.
but it's good to know both at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think every skill set, like affect other skill sets, even if it's in a really minute or a weird way.
Yeah,
So
All right.
for sure.
I mean, you have no lack of maps in your library. I'm certain because I've looked at your profile before, and you have at least one play count on something like 3,000 maps or something. So you have a pretty good amount of maps for someone of your position. Now we get into some C's as well, right? Of course, I mean, this is 6 months ago. You know what I say, you can always go back and improve scores. And this might be something to test finger control on in the future once you've reached the point where, 190 BPM is something you can control really well, or at 195. Sorry, I don't know. Inferno, I'm not the biggest Inferno fan. I don't know the BPM. Whatever. Like we mentioned before, having fun, you can always go for achievements. They're very fun. I think they're fun.
I did grind for achievements a couple weeks ago. It's cool.
Did you get the new achievements? Oh, no. Wait, isn't this one of them? Yeah, that's one of them, right?
What?
Isn't this one of the new achievements? I already forgot. I don't know what the new achievements are called. No,
I didn't realize there was a new achievement.
Yeah,
I got 2019.
They added 4 new achievements like a couple weeks ago.
One of my closest friends is like around top 10 in total medal counts. He finds it really enjoyable.
That's cool. That's cool. Gotta respect grind.
Respect.
Oh yeah, one of my friends is also like pretty high ranking in medal count.
All right.
That's a pretty cool top 5 minutes played. I'm not gonna lie. Cool.
Still,
I
of course,
agree.
want to make sure you're not overplaying stuff, or even. I mean, you probably know this, right? But playing Surapeton DT, and doing like this on it, that's not necessarily helping you improve, right?
Right.
And as long as you know that, right?
Fun.
Because I feel like a lot of people don't know that, and they're like, "Oh, I put in 800 hours into this game, and I'm not improving," even though they're going for like passes and stuff. Because passes are fun, in like higher level instances, they can help you, but I don't think you're to that point yet. Like when you see Whitecap pass something and he gets a C on it, that's like him actually pushing his limits. Whereas, when it's somebody here, it's they might not have the finger control to do a certain thing. So are they really understanding? Are they really getting it?
Yeah, my recent scores haven't been really too good.
That was fun. Just know that we're holding you to technically a higher standard. Trollface. So yeah, we can see the play count over time. Pretty solid. You're keeping kind of steady. I wish they had play hours along with this, like another line that's like, here's how many hours that you put in that time, because play count is so inaccurate to see. I mean, they're tracking hours. I don't know if they're tracking like per thing, but all right. So I mean, I think we've gotten some insight. I'd love to watch some of these plays to see, but I mean, I can already think of some maps I'd like you to play. I'm already kind of getting that in my head. I'm thinking. So before we go any further, I have a third person for coaching. We've done
they're here.
Let's go.
We've reached them finally. It took very long. So they will be here.
Hooray.
Is this the real Javin?
It is the real Javin.
Welcome to coaching. Now we have been streaming. We went over a little bit of stuff. Just to say, I'm streaming for transparency of everybody. Everybody can follow along at home if they want, right?
I see.
Even if they didn't get selected for coaching, because maybe it's something that they can apply to themselves and use for the future. So hopefully you can watch back the beginning part. I mean, we went over some like conceptual things, but now we're just getting acquainted with the people.
Right. Okay.
Hello, we read your application. Cool stuff. This is Fangsy. Hi, Fangsy.
Yo. What's up?
So we will help you on your journey.
Yep. My OC game journey.
It's true. So, Loafus of Bread, send us your profile. We will take a look.
Yes, of course. Right away.
And then after that, we will reach you, Javin, and we'll talk
Okay.
about what we think. We're just looking at people's profiles and being like, okay, well, here's at a cursory glance, not getting too deep. Here's what we
Oh my
think.
god. His play in Mania is insane. 1700.
My God.
I don't know if that's low or high for Mania, but it's cool.
That looks insane.
Yeah, I mean hits per play. I mean, since the note count is
Yeah, right.
really high. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
I wonder what line is that for Mania?
I know him. Oh god, what's the guy? He posted on Twitter that he passed the Rohulk's hit per play, but I always use Rohulk as the baseline because he
It was Kodama.
Kodama. Oh my god, yes. How did I forget? That's awesome. But I always use Rohulk as a baseline for hits per play, and I mean, it's set aside what he did, right? Rohulk is one of the fastest improving OC players ever. Period. That's it. And he is one of the best of all time. And there's a reason for that. And it's reflected heavily in his hits per play. He was so dedicated. He played the game for like 10 hours a day. I don't know how he did it. He would just play every single map all the way through. And he became a consistency god. He could just play whatever. It didn't matter. He didn't just, quit out of maps randomly. Anyway, that's my side story. Loafus of Bread.
Yes.
Let's see. So I mean, you got some hours. You got a few hours, right? A couple hours.
I just like to preface this by saying my profile is a little bit embarrassing right now because my recent hours are on McOsu, and I can't even show you that because my SSD recently got wiped. So my scores are gone. But yeah.
Oh man, so sad.
Well, you seem pretty acquainted with like the game, right? I mean, you have 49 Kudosu, so I mean, with the site and everything, you seem pretty
yeah.
integrated into the community. Because you
Yeah.
play Mania, obviously. All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
So hit accuracy, about average. That's what we like to see. I mean, of course, like you said, I don't know how much you're playing on Normalist, so I don't know how reflective the stuff that we're gonna see is of what you're doing. But hopefully, we'll get a feel for it, right?
I
218
could give
hits
you a
per play.
few. I could just list a few of my decent plays. Just
Yeah, go for it.
I have the memory. Okay, so they're not impressive. This is I mean this is a
Hey, don't worry about
That's
it.
fine.
Yeah,
We
it's
all start
fine.
from somewhere, right?
Yeah. So I think one miss on Muyu's resurrection spell, the second top difficulty of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
one
one
that
miss
isn't
on Raga
Volcano.
limitation with
Yeah.
98%.
It is pretty good. Okay.
And then I like to uprate some like maps to around like 220. So like just spamming Darkflight Dreamer on 1.1 or 1.2 speed and stuff like that. I guess there isn't really anything else worth mentioning.
Interesting. Hey,
Nice. Top diffs or of like Darkflight Dreamer?
Is it the top difficulty? Yeah, sorry, I should have been more specific. Let me check.
That's fine. There's a couple maps. That's like...
I'm just saying, these were the
That's
plays
cool,
that
yeah.
I was doing back in the day. Now these are some
Oh.
banging plays right here.
Darkflight Dreamer. The Sakawe Nachi one, top difficulty.
Oh, yeah, they were just.
Yes.
I also have a video on that.
Wait, really? Like a
So-
video on the map itself, or just like your score on it?
Just my score.
Okay. I was like,
I was
what?
gonna say, the history of Dark
History of
Dreamer.
History of
Biko
So that's
assessed
a
it.
dumb question.
That map does kind of have some history, like, just a little bit. Because it was worth so much
Oh my-
PP.
Look
Oh,
at
the
this. You
shake
see
on
this?
It is insane. Holy shit. You're shaking so hard.
We all come from humble beginnings.
Beautiful. It's inspirational. Holy, your accuracy is really good for like, wow.
Yeah, because oh, dude, that's like a whole lesson in itself. Perfectionism in Osu. Oh, that's like I could give a lecture on this. I'm like the perfect person.
Damn the shape.
Okay, getting back on topic, right? Your max combo only about 750 combo. Have you done better on Mikosu? And do you know what
Almost
maps?
definitely not. No, definitely not.
All right. Do you know what your highest combo is, or like any that are
Probably-
close?
No, I normally play maps in like the 2 to 3 minute range, so definitely nothing that high.
Okay. I mean, that's not as bad as playing, just 30 seconds or TV size maps. So I mean,
Yeah.
you're getting longer and longer, but that's something you want to get into. I don't know if it's like the same in Mania, right? And you're gonna have a lot of insight from becoming someone who's good at Mania. Is how can I do the same thing in Standard? Where I mean, do you play longer Mania maps? I'm sure that there's stuff out there. I don't know nothing about Mania.
I actually, you know what? You're learning Mania, right?
Yeah, I am.
I could help you. I could do a little. We could do a little bit of reverse
Reverse
coaching if you want.
Well, I'm just having I'm stopping at exactly 5,000 play count to start playing catch. So,
All right, I'll take the mini lessons.
so you,
Hey, all right. Good,
look,
good to
you still have a little bit of time, not much, but
I need to break into the 4-star range. It's hard.
know. Yeah, it's like one of the biggest.
dude, I need
like,
to break into the
whoa.
2-star range. It's so difficult. I can't do it.
You're fine if you just play for more than 2 weeks, Willie. You'll get
I
there.
have.
All right, 3 weeks.
okay. I'll give it 3 weeks.
Anyway, to answer your question, yeah, I mean, like probably the same map lengths of map in Mania. I guess a little bit longer, like more anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. Nothing too specific. Yeah, I mean, short maps in Mania are not fun at all because then there's no aim component, so it just revolves around. All right, if it's
Yeah.
like under a minute, how fast can you mash and just get lucky? So
True. So I mean, one of the things is like once you started out, you weren't playing like super long maps, right? Like 5 minutes and above. You were probably playing like probably 2 to 3 minutes. I mean, I don't know Mania. At least
yeah,
that's the way it's
same.
going.
You can just assume it's the same.
I know it's the
standard,
standard,
honestly.
right? And it's because you got to build up sort of I just call it like general stamina. There's a skill called stamina,
Yeah.
completely separate from this, right? Because nobody's used to just sitting here at a desk and holding a mouse or a tablet pen in their hand for 5 minutes straight aiming and also tapping, right? You're gonna get tired if that's a motion that you haven't done for that long in that period of time. So you sort of build up the general stamina, whether that be actually physical, like getting your muscles to do that for the first time ever, or mental, right? Because some people are like, oh, I gotta focus for this long, and
Yeah, definitely mental. I think.
okay, yeah, probably from Mania, you've gotten your muscles quite attuned
Yeah.
to doing this sort of thing. But it could happen with your aim hand that you start to get really tired aiming after a little bit, but you're still able to tap and keep going. And
Yeah,
that
after
might
2
be the
hours.
case.
Yeah, after 2 hours, my aim hand doesn't start to hurt, but definitely gets a little bit sore.
So let's see. I mean, not many S or SS ranks at all, but lots of A's. So I mean, it's hard to say since you have been playing on Mikosu. It's so hard.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I know. But I mean, so what we generally like to look for is that you're FCing maps. You're also playing some stuff that's difficult, which you're gonna get A's, B's, C's kind of on. But we can't necessarily always get the full picture.
Yeah, I think playing for high A ranks is just more fun. I think not low A ranks, but like actually just pushing right on the brink of where you can kind of do it, but you're just a bit off from FC. That's the most fun range.
Oh, dude, I have so many things I want to talk about with like Mania people, because Mania scoring is different. If you get over 95%, that's an S rank. But
Yeah.
in standard, right? Because like when I'm talking about S ranks, I'm basically like, don't miss at all. Just don't do that.
Yeah.
And also have higher accuracy. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
The misses on Mania, they're called bads, right?
No, misses on Mania are called misses. It goes
Misses?
miss, bad. It goes wait. I guess actually miss 50.
there's like
100,
6
200,
different kinds of
300.
hits.
Yeah, there's 6 judgments.
Okay.
So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. I was like, oh yeah. So I mean, misses are definitely less welcomed in standard than they are
Yeah,
in
of
Mania.
course, of
but
course.
it's fine, right? Because FCing is a skill. You'll hear people say like consistency farm or whatever, but being able to consistently, right, be able to perform and FC these maps is something that you have to build up over time, that you have to learn.
Yeah.
So top plays, not always your best plays. It looks like most of this is from a year plus ago.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, you got some chokes in the end. It happens. It happens. I get it. Especially with stupid farm maps. Farm maps
Yep.
do not care about chokes. The patterns in the end are made to be massive diff spikes that, aren't even mapped well. So I completely don't blame people for missing on farm maps. But
I go up by 400 pp or something in the combo scaling rework or whatever it is right now.
Reunion. Very, very classic map right there.
Oh really? Damn.
Yeah, it is. It is. I farmed this
Oh yo.
when I was playing. Look at this. Dang. That's pretty old.
It's old.
The accuracy. Holy shit.
Resurrection spell is a very interesting one. I mean, I do see some 50s. It's definitely. I think you have the finger controls. Probably just that this is too fast right now. And this.
No,
this,
I think it's more that it's the speed is not the issue. It's just missing on some random part is really the issue. Just like it's the aim. I'll miss on a jump or just some random not important.
Maybe
thing,
it is that the actual aim is too high. I guess that is 5.6 stars. The only way we would get there is. I'm thinking. Inferno is definitely the OD. I can tell you instantly that it's because of the OD.
I hate this so much. It's so dumb, dude. Why? It's like
Yeah,
5
I
stars.
got pretty bad hack on this anyway, so I don't need to. Don't worry.
Bad
about it.
accuracy.
Actually, you want to see the best part? This is how you know Inferno's like brokey. Here is my ack on the second top div. Inferno, I will always say this. Inferno was ranked with the wrong offset.
Yeah, I thought it was timed poorly.
And it's Pishafat's fault. It's not even Monstrada's fault.
Wait, what?
Pishafat
really?
fixed the MP3 and he forgot to change the offset.
Oh, fixed for sure, huh?
Ranked with the wrong offset.
Bro.
That's great.
It's so funny. So yeah, ooh, snowstorm, spicy. I'm seeing lots of 50s among these plays, so I don't know if that's like falling behind an aim, which can definitely happen, right? If you're aiming a stream too slow and then you'll start falling behind, that can impact accuracy on that as well. And you can just
I think
like
it's definitely
string
under
together
aiming
a
or
bunch
over
of 100s or 50s or misses if you're
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
So I mean, there's quite a few aim maps. There's definitely lots still though dedicated to tapping. I mean, I see black and white. I see sky high. I see imprinting. So it seems that when you were playing, a year ago, you were focusing on all these things. I would definitely suggest going back and seeing how you can do on these maps now.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good thing. So I think you could push this even farther. Oceanus is such a good map, dude. Broccoli needs to return to save mapping. We seriously need him back.
He was number 1 in my state before I overtook him.
Man,
Yo.
I miss
Yeah. Back like so
broccoli.
many years.
Here, let me tell you about broccoli mapping. Oceanus, Clarity remix. Most banging maps ever. Look at this. Look at this catalog of only these ranked maps, but they're so good.
So what do you like playing in Mania? Like what is your? Do you have a niche in there that you focus on? Like is it
I
speed?
mean, I guess I kind of focus on core jacks a lot. Does that mean anything to you at all?
Very slightly. I'll just look it up.
I could send you like a replay. Oh wait, is that okay? This is like a standard thing.
I just want to like know what you like doing in Mania because like there's some similarities between the two. Like
Yeah, I mean,
pick up DT and standard stuff like that.
I guess I try. I don't like to focus on one skill set specifically because that makes it
Cool.
harder to improve in one thing. So yeah, I like to focus all around.
Nice.
Oh, I just realized it's so hard to tell like how many maps he's played because it includes Mania.
Yeah.
Man,
My map count is at like 3,000 because I played literally every mode for a solid amount of time.
yeah.
I think
man.
okay. So I have 30 hours on Mikosu and 191 on Osu. So that's 220 hours total is the actual number of
Okay.
hours. I can't tell you what that is in play count.
So curious.
Yeah, that's fine.
So of course, not many medals. You haven't played Still
I
Noodle that
darn.
much. I have a bunch of the VMAP spotlights from playing Mania, which is funny. Dude, the Mania spotlights packs are like 3 maps big.
Yeah, it's so funny.
They're so crazy. They're so small. You know what I had to do, dude? I have been grinding like whatever spotlights I'm working on for like the past month. I'm like, I'll play a map every single day, and I'm still working on getting it done. I forget which one it is. Some of them are shorter than others, but I think it's this one. Yeah, I'm almost done with this one. Look at this. Look at how many maps there are.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, bro. That's so many.
And I still have so many packs to do. I hate it. Anyway, we've reached the end. There. So it's time for Javin.
All right.
Give us a little
Totally good.
profile. So I mean, I can't exactly tell what it is here. I mean, probably finger control since you said accuracy, right? Because getting that sort of like hand independence, right? Because you're very focused on doing the same thing with both hands in Mania, right? But
Well, I mean, you mean like the same thing with both fingers or the same thing with both hands? Because like hands are very independent, but like
Yeah, I think
oh,
hands-
never mind. Sorry,
But,
sorry.
like,
I misunderstood what you were saying.
I mean,
Never mind.
hand independence is, yeah, as in like aiming with one hand instead of
Yeah, yeah.
doing everything with both hands. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's probably something that might be detracting from the finger control. But I mean, you brought up aim before, so I'm inclined to believe that aim might also be, you know, something that's impacting the accuracy. I could totally see that. Okay, here. Before we look at Javin, I want to show you my medals and how many packs I'm missing. Look at how many packs I still have to do. I hate this.
It's a whole empty grid.
I'm close. I'm almost done with seasonal spotlights. After that one, it's just one more. So close. I'm excited. Okay. Here we go, Javin. You ready?
Yep.
477 hours, and probably our most experienced player yet, right? We had CBT who was rank 124k, and you know 256k, but now we got somebody in 5 digits as well. Very interesting. Very interesting.
All right.
Your accuracy is quite good. 98.68. That's what we like to
Thank
see.
you.
That tells me instantly, right? Just in general, you have pretty good finger control compared to most people at your rank.
I'd say so myself, yeah.
I'm pretty confident saying that. Hits per play, pretty high, almost above average. 248 hits per play, which is
that
great.
Is that what that is? Average?
that is far above average, I think.
Yeah, I just say the average is like 150 to 250, but
I think it's anything below 200.
it's definitely above. No, because I know I was retrying a ton back in the day, and my hits per play was still like 210. So
I was when I played DT, like in the first 2 months of me playing the game, I retry spammed a lot. So my friend told me to stop doing that, so I'm pretty sure that's where it comes from.
yeah,
And he's like far more experienced than me.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
true.
everybody has to retry spam when they're brand new.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
build the muscle memory.
that's the method. That's just what everyone does before they realize how bad it is.
Well, I mean, it's good in certain scenarios. You just have to know when.
Wait,
Comes with time.
don't tell me.
Do you know what map this is?
This is gonna be one of the newer ones. It's not gonna be a cool map.
Are you sure? I mean, it's pretty old.
I looked at it and it looks like the combo to
I know. I'm gonna
United,
guess a Toho
but
marathon.
it doesn't. No, it's not
No.
United because United's 2258. Don't ask me how I know. It looks like United for a second. Oh God, what is it? What is it? Tell us, what is it?
Minarco Addiction. Hyper.
Oh wow,
Oh, hype.
it's a cool song.
Okay. So I mean, you're getting into those 5-minute maps. How do you
Yeah.
feel about longer maps?
I like them, but they're annoying when you miss. But
True.
I definitely prefer the longer maps for sure over shorter ones.
Interesting.
You think that's just because you get to hear more of the song? That's why I like them, because I like longer.
For
songs
me, it's more of a
overall.
challenge thing,
Challenge. All right,
consistency, and some of the songs
Nice.
are good. So that paired with that.
for sure.
Dude, when my narco got ranked, I was like, oh my god, this is such a banger. I haven't listened to it in a while though. And then they made the TV size, and that made me like it less. Alright, so lots of A's, still a good amount of S's, you know, even some hidden mixed in. I don't know when you've been playing hidden, but solid amount of S's.
Oh, so you joined in 2021 at least on this account. How did you find Osu?
Oh yeah, we asked everyone how they found Osu.
Oh, okay. One of my friends tweeted every 5 minutes Osu clips, and I was like, why not? I'll try it.
Fair.
That's pretty much how I
yeah.
got into it.
Fair.
And then I got hooked from there.
Sick.
That's kind of true though. That's it's always the friends, if not, you
always
know,
the
something
friends.
else.
And those friends joined because of Wolf.
Yep.
It all leads back to Wolf. It's all connected.
It really is.
Where would Osu be without Wubba Wolf?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. All right, so I mean, you've knocked out your goal apparently. New priority.
No, I'm
Fixed
just
tapping
changing it.
technique. Because apparently, I've been doing this wrong for several months. Tell us about your technique.
Okay, so I've always wanted to become a stream player, and I've wanted to focus on my tapping a lot, which I did focus on that for a while, except a lot of the stamina I was building was only in my fingers and not on my actual arm. So I was exerting a lot of force in my fingers and straining there instead of like being relaxed. And I just figured that out like a week ago, so I'm trying really hard to change that. And it's working so far, but it's definitely a struggle.
Yeah, with anything, it'll take time. Learning something new. So I mean, just gotta run the marathon. Think about the long term.
Right.
So good mindset. Good mindset.
Dude, I see all these people who have like these advanced tapping techniques. You know what I do? I move my arm around on my desk until it feels comfy. Because there's like a certain spot
everyone
where
plays different.
there's like a certain spot where if my arm is in that position, I start streaming like 50 BPM faster. It's like the perfect position. It's like exactly what you're doing, but without the science behind it. It's just trial and error.
That's pretty cool, though. I mean, especially since you joined like less than a year ago, and you're pretty self-aware about that. Usually takes people a while to think about stuff like that and how they can improve.
It's good. It's good.
Let's go.
So let's look at your top plays. Not always your best plays, but you're active. You're recently getting top plays, as we can see right here.
Yeah.
And there's my narco addiction. Right
Let's
as we
go.
saw before. Good accuracy on this. Definitely lots of aim-oriented maps, as at least as far as I can see with these top few. I don't know this map. I'm not familiar. Sorry. Oh, it's a Yorishika. I'm gonna get hated on because I didn't know the Yorishika map.
This was a sight rid show.
Oh, this map sucks because of the OD. Oh my god, I hate it.
Pink Fields. Oh, I like this map.
I hate the OD.
I think that was my first no mod 200.
This took me so long to do. I was like, I can't do it because of the OD. It's just randomly OD9. I mean, mixed in with a lot of the aim is some interesting tapping stuff, right? I mean, Sakura no Uta, of course, there's bursts in that in a few streams. Akatsuki Tsukio, same sort of thing. Usuna Hibana, maybe even to more more of that, right? Very interesting, very interesting. But then once we get down here, I mean, Pink Fields is pretty straight like D&B. That's the kind of basic sort of rhythm that you get into once you're tapping pretty efficiently, right? Find a Sky. Now that's what I looked at. I was like, ooh. It's spicy. That's spicy right there.
Yeah, it was a good run, but the 4 misses were definitely from nerves.
Damn.
I get a little bit shaky.
So I'm just looking. Many chokes.
Oh, I
And
have
these are all pretty recent, which is good, right?
Yeah.
Constantly playing. And you know, you might see people who have like S like all the way through, right? But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. As long as you're improving, it doesn't matter what you have in your top plays. If it's a quote farm map or not, right? What matters
Yeah,
is
I'm just
how
glad
you're
I'm able to
playing.
complete it, you know, because like not too long ago I wasn't even able to get like A ranks on these maps, so that's just what I'm happy about.
See, there you go. You gotta find the good. That's another lesson. I have so many things to teach. I'm thinking. Ooh, so here's some mods. Tell us about playing with Hidden Hard Rock right here.
Ooh, okay. I kind of want to get into Hidden Hard Rock, and I literally started playing that not that long ago. It's a bit difficult because of the AR. It's a bit change of pace, and the hidden throwing on hidden. I've never even used hidden before, but it's fun. It's different.
With higher AR, especially, Hidden's pretty easy. I mean, higher AR and jumps, I should say. Hidden's pretty easy to get, so hopefully you're able to follow that up. But I always recommend whenever you're seeing it, like I'm like, oh well, if you want to get into Hidden, play something that you already know to FC like pretty easily with Hidden. So I'd take something like I don't know. I mean, I don't know the maps, but maybe this is a good thing. You already know to FC this like a month ago, and you got really good accuracy. Throw Hidden on it and see how you do. It's a map that you're familiar with, right? And you can kind of get into Hidden. At least that's the method for me. That's how I try and do things. I don't know if it necessarily works, but you know, you're familiar with the patterns and you're able to associate like, oh, I know that this is 5 notes, you know.
Yeah, because you're already
In
pre-exposed.
a shape like
you know,
that.
like,
Oh,
what
so
to
that's
do.
how I aim this whenever I see it, and your brain kind of gets it, you know. Setsuna Plus, that's kind of fast. I'm sorry, I'm just looking. It's a very short map, but
I think I was trying to snipe one of my friends on that.
that's the best way to do it. All right. I feel more acquainted with the plays here.
The
Metals.
Chrono Diver map, that play was pretty good.
One of the things you talked about earlier is having fun. Having fun is always the number one priority in this game, right? Not being overly competitive. I mean, being competitive can be fun, but you don't want to be overly competitive to the point where you're like, why can I not do this? Oh, I'm so bad, you know, like tearing yourself down. Because at that point, you're not having fun. It's a game. You're meant to have fun. That's the point. So
I'm glad I didn't
if
deal
you
with that,
need
'cause
to take some time to do some other kind of grind, like maybe medal farming or score farming or trying to get top 50s or like, you know.
I did go for a few hush hush medals. I did get the bunny not too long ago.
That's always a thing that's open to you. Even though it's not necessarily improvement, right?
It's just
by
something
getting
to do,
medals,
you know?
you're not, you know, actively trying to increase your skill level. But I mean, well, some of the medals you might be, but but it's just something that's fun to do. It can keep the game fresh, exciting, give you a new challenge, give you a new goal, right?
Right.
That's a very good thing. Look at this play count. Look at this play count, guys. Guys, look at this play count.
Oh my god, right?
Holy fuck.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is that a grind or?
That's a grind, definitely, if I've ever seen one. 2.6k maps. I mean, you're getting up into the 500s in some of these maps, and stuff like this. I would say, I don't know. I feel like
Well, that's a sick map on the
Okay,
top
that
one.
was
This
the
is
not-
first 2 weeks of playing. I can assure
really
you. I can
500
assure you.
plays in the first 2 weeks of play.
I cannot stress this enough. I was like, I don't even know what I was thinking. Like for a day straight, I was playing the same
Yeah,
maps
dude.
over and over and over again.
This guy knows. Like, okay, Willie, when I was like 14 when I started playing this game, I played the same song for like 6 hours straight. On the, like,
I don't
it's
even know
just
what I was thinking too.
how it be sometimes.
It's like all my friends who were like way better than me, like 4-digit, they're all like giving me maps that I could barely even pass, and then it was just, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've reached the end of this. So, I mean, do any of you have questions about things? Especially Javin, since he wasn't here for the first part.
I'll just look back in the VOD, I guess.
True. just curious. I mean, you can ask us well, what do you think about playing this kind of map to help with this or that or whatever? You know, that's what we're here for. Bounce ideas off us. We'll try and find maps. Oh yeah, this is a sheet, by the way. You might want to bookmark this. I'll get the link.
Oh,
It's public, but we'll have sheets for each of you, and we'll give you like oh, here's some maps to play, things to do. Because we noticed one of the hardest things for newer players to do is find good maps.
Definitely it's something with me. Yeah. So I find myself playing a lot of the same maps.
I honestly, I mean, all you have to do is just like look at the players you admire and then just download whatever they're playing.
That is what I was
Just look
doing.
at those
That is
maps
what
as
That's a good
examples,
method.
but-
That's a good method, but it's still
I
I
usually
usually
just
people
play-
like don't do that, you know.
I just play whatever the speed players are doing, except no mods.
So my
Yeah.
theory, I told this to Fangsy, is that I would love to give somebody like just a list of maps you play through. Like you start your session, you play through all these maps, and then you can just go play whatever you want. And that
That's
can
not a bad
help
idea.
you.
I like that, honestly.
You know, I don't want it to become grindy. I want to keep the maps fresh. I want to keep them fun. I want to keep them, you know, stuff that's actually helping you do stuff, but still stuff that's, you know, not tedious to do.
right.
yeah.
So I'm hoping to do that for each of you. We will both create different sheets on this Google sheet for that. I'm excited.
I'm excited, bro. I'm pumped.
Yeah, me
Pumped.
too.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I think that's all I have for today's presentation.
Yeah.
got to know you a
no
little
need
bit.
to
We got to know
information
stuff.
overload.
We'll probably
guys.
Yeah.
ask you over the coming days, like, hey, send us some of your plays so we can look at them, analyze them, find, you know, the perfect kinds of maps for you. And we'll update these sheets. So
Sick.
thank you for coming on.
No,
Thank you so much.
Free to go watch the first part.
All right.
And ask us
All
any
right.
questions. We're always here. We're on
Yes,
Discord.
definitely.
For
Always.
sure, for sure.
Either
All
in this group or privately to me or Fangsy. Perfect.
All right. See ya.
Yeah, I'll get in touch
Great,
with
see
you
you
guys.
guys.
Yeah.
Take care.
Hey.
Nice meeting you.
See ya.
Hey.
Alright, Fangsy. We've
Good
done
work,
it.
Willie.
We've done it.
Yes. I'll probably
So how do
talk
you
to these
feel?
guys offline. Yeah, they seem cool. I'm excited.
You seem motivated. I'm ready. I'm here. I'm here to see what they can do.
Yes.
I think our methods will be good. We'll teach them important things. I kept thinking of stuff like during that, but I'm like, I don't want to sit here for 6 hours explaining.
No.
Like
Don't want
focus.
to overload them. You know, there's no reason. You know.
Exactly. So I'd love to
place
do this just
everything.
like weekly, like just one big lesson. Like, okay, here's everything about focus and how it affects you while you play, or like, you know.
Oh, is Shattered a mouse player? Right. Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, you can handle the mouse, people. I don't know anything.
It's not too different.
I have a $5 USB mouse that I use for everything, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
I think we've done.
All right. Anything else? Or we chilling?
I think we chill. I think we're good.
All right. I'll think of some stuff to do.
I'll think of some stuff.
The coming
too.
days.
Yeah, you can bounce stuff off me.
Oh, it'd be super fun to get more people, more like in the coaching side of this. So
Yeah.
we can all have our disciples, and then they can go to war
Oh,
in a multi lobby.
and we'll see who coached them the best.
Sounds cool though.
It's true. This is great.
All right, I'm excited though. I'm probably gonna head out now.
Really. Yep. I will probably update the sheet more. I'll just keep making it.
I'll probably
I'll
message
format it in a
all
good way.
the dudes offline.
Yep.
Prepare to fight. Perfect. All right. Bye, Willie. Bye, chat.
Bye.
Take care.
Take care. All right. Successful. Day 0 of coaching. I'm sorry.